Hey guys, what's up? This is Amondo21, and today I bring you the Final Fight game series. As you all know, they were all side-scroller beat 'em ups, and they were only available to play on the SNES game console and also in the arcade. So if you had the Sega Genesis, too bad you couldn't play this. The only games you could play on the Sega Genesis was the Streets of Rage series, which were also good, except the sounds what killed it on the Sega Genesis. But enough of that. So as you can see, we're starting up the first game, Final Fight, and of course Mike Hagar is getting the phone call that his daughter just got kidnapped by the Mad Gear gang. And before I go on any further, this game was released in 1992 on the SNES, and also it was already available for arcade at the time, which I believe the arcade was a hell of a lot better. So if you own arcades, you better get it. So let's just get this started. And let me show you at the bottom right corner a difference between the arcade and the SNES version. Take a look at that. You have more characters on the arcade one, plus multiplayer or two-player option. Sorry. And see how the stories began differently. The boss was actually there at the beginning, mocking guy or whoever you selected, the first player. And right here, they didn't do that. They removed that from the SNES version. So, too bad. That's one thing that pissed me off about this game. Like, why would they remove the two-player option? And why in the fuck would they remove some of the cutscenes? Although Nintendo came back with excuses like the home consoles can handle the arcade graphics and all that crap, but these days consoles can handle just about the same amount of. Actually, they can handle equally, so maybe even better than arcade. But I haven't been to the arcade since like 1998, so I don't know what games are available now for arcade. So right now I'm playing as Mike Hagar, the mayor of the city. And as you can see, the sound is pretty good in the game. When you hit somebody, it actually sounds like you're hitting somebody. It actually makes you feel good when you're hitting somebody, which is something that the Sega Genesis didn't have. And if you guys want, I could cover the Streets of Rage series for the Sega Genesis. You guys just let me know. I'll get around to it. But let's get back to this. So basically, you only get 5 lives right here on the SNES version, and like 4 continues, and that's it. If you couldn't beat it in 4 continues, which is like 20 lives, that's it. Game over. You start from the beginning. And yes, that's the other thing that pissed me off about this game. The arcade, the SNES version, is that you actually have to start from the beginning every time you lose. Every time you lose 5 lives, you go back to the beginning. You couldn't start off from where you left off, just like in the arcade. I mean, that's the one thing that made the arcade counterparts better than the home console versions. Like, here we go. We have Thrasher. His name, if I'm correct, sorry, it was changed from Damned to Thrasher because Nintendo's no profanity thing. I mean, you guys know that this console was aimed at kids. And if you wanted a more adult console, I'd say go for Sega Genesis. I mainly went for the Sega Genesis for the Sonic video games and sports, but other than that, I was Nintendo. I was with Nintendo most of the time. Although back in the day, I owned both. These days, I don't. I basically just own one of the current generation consoles. I own the PS4, and you guys could take a look at the unboxing I did on it earlier. But just look at this. Well, this is the thing I hated about the bosses here, that you would just beat them. I mean, that the bad guys wouldn't go away until and the henchman wouldn't go away, sorry, until you beat the boss himself. So I'm going from the slum to, I believe, the subway. Yep, subway and park. So let's just get this shit started. Also, another freaking thing that annoyed me was this guy right here, Sid. He was replaced by he replaced Roxy and Poison. I mean, just take a look at the bottom right again, and there they are. Those two girls were replaced by this guy, Billy and Sid, only because of the sexual clothes they were wearing. I mean, apparently for Nintendo they weren't wearing enough clothing, they were showing too much, and they were edited out, they were censored, and they were, actually no, not censored, they were just thrown out the window, and they brought Billy and Sid into this, which sort of pissed me off. Also, these games, the Final Fight series, you can get them for the Wii U and the Wii. They're available right now. Although since I don't have a Wii U, I can't play this. If I did, I buy them. I buy these games in a heartbeat, like that. And here we are. We're in the fucking train with 70 seconds left, and apparently I'm getting my ass handed to me. And yes, this game gets harder and harder as we keep going. So you better be on your toes the whole fucking game. You better not fuck around too much or you're just gonna get your ass handed to you. Because every level gets harder and harder. Also, not just Thrasher. I remember that not just Thrasher got his name changed. Also, Sodom got his name changed, and Rolento. I mean, I don't know why just switch their names, but it's useless. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, these guys appeared, Rolento, Sodom, they appeared in the Street Fighter game series, the Alpha series. So if you have the time, just pick up the Street Fighter Alpha series and take a look. And as for Hagar, he came from a game where he's a wrestler. Saturday night event, something like that. I don't remember what it's called, but it was only released for the arcade. I think it was only released for the arcade. I don't know if it was released for the home consoles. But the game was awesome. You got to play as, I think, 8 or 9 wrestlers in that game with entrance music. They each had their own entrance theme music, sort of like an early version of the WWE video games. Like an early version of the current WWE games, but I played it yesterday as a Hagar, and I beat it. Although for the last character, I was forced to cheat. I was forced to use some cheats just to make it to the last character to see the Hagar's ending. And every time you beat the Hagar, almost every time, not all the time, but sometimes you will win and beat an opponent. Hagar's already got into the ring. You will pick her one out, put her in his shoulder, and then you know the rest. But back to the fight. These games are so worth it. I got the SNES game console. These were the games you wanted. These games have to be in your freaking collection, no matter what. Me, when I had the SNES, I actually skipped out on the first one. I went straight for the second, and then later on I decided to get the first one to take a look at it because I saw it in the arcades and it was awesome. And I said, you know what? Let's go. So I grabbed it and I bought it, and I was disappointed. Anyway, let's just try to get through this fight. Oh, come on. No! Okay. One hit, and although they just been one hit, they took 1.5 my health. That's just abusive. Who has much power? Oh, come on. Chokehold? Oh, are you kidding me? I lost 1.5 my health with a single chokehold. I'm just gonna have to keep doing this, nothing back and forth. Just to try to beat him. Alright, I'm almost there. So what the fuck? Oh my god. Well, I'm not gonna continue, you guys. I'm just gonna move on to Final Fight 2. So let's take a look at it. And here we are. Final Fight 2. And yes, I am playing this one, the second one, on an emulator. And as you can see, they show you right here at the beginning the ending of the first game. Plus they show both Cody and Guy helping with Hagar in the picture. I mean, if you play the arcade version and you came straight to this, then you would know right away. You would know right away that the picture is fine. But if you play the SNES version, you'll be thinking, what the fuck is Guy doing there? He wasn't even there. They just put him up later on another game. Basically a copy of the game except with him on it. And as you can see right here, the My Gear gang have kidnapped Guy's fiance Rina and her father in Ryusai. And of course, this is the reason why Maki in Ryusai makes her debut in Final Fight 2. And here she is, calling Mike Hagar. Mike, it's me, Maki. You have to help me. Well, blah blah blah. So Mike Hagar gets a phone call again that the My Gear gang are up to no good. And he just got informed that My Gear gang is going to Hong Kong. And so here we go. Hong Kong it is. And then we have also another guy who is replacing Cody in this game. His name is Carlos. Now this guy is pretty fucking awesome. He uses a blade for his special attack, and he's just fucking awesome when it comes to fighting. Now, this game was a major improvement from the first. This one, they actually have a 2-player mode. So let me select. Let's see who should I pick. I'll go with Maki for now. And this game was also the first of the Final Fight game series that will let you select the same character. So if you and a friend were playing this, both of you could be Mike Hagar, or both of you could be Maki or Carlos, but in different colors, just so you wouldn't get confused when you were playing. And the downside of this game is that you could hit each other while you were playing. So the strategy me and my friends used to use back when we used to play this was that somebody will take one half of the screen and somebody will take the other half. So basically somebody will beat the opponents in the back, somebody will beat the opponents at the front. And if the opponents kept coming like right here from the front, a lot more than the back, somebody will go to the top half of the screen and somebody will go to the bottom half. And it always worked. It worked so well that I actually beat this game with my friends as well as alone. Because Final Fight 2 is actually a lot easier than the first one. And yes, just like the first one, Poison and Roxy were replaced. I actually thought they'd return here. I thought they would put him right here, just like in Mortal Kombat when they brought the blood back and all that stuff. But it didn't happen right here. This game was censored, but still, the guys that would replace Roxy and Poison were awesome in this game. So there was not that much to complain about when I got this. I actually enjoyed this game. I would play it for hours after hours. And when I got bored of this, I would just play Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, some Zelda, Link to the Past maybe, and every now and then Super Castlevania 4. But anyway, like this guy, I hated this guy all the time because he will grab you and like hug you. Except that when you're using a female character and he hugs you like that, it just looks wrong, if you know what I mean. So let's get to the next half of this stage, or not half, part. I mean, if you want to get this game, if you want to get it in your collection, I highly recommend you get this one. If you don't care about having the collection, all three of them, and you just want to have at least one of them, I say go for either this one or the third when it comes to the SNES. And the first one, you can just get it for the arcade if you have a custom-made cabinet at home. A custom arcade cabinet at home. And like the first one, this game, the health you could get it back by eating food, especially a steak. That would regenerate almost all your health. It will give it back to you tenfold. So basically, when you were in low health, that's what you were aiming for, the steak. But there's one problem: when you have low health, that shit rarely comes out. The steak rarely shows up. You either get a salad or something that replaces like 10-20% of your health. And when you don't need the steak, when you like have more than half your health or even all your health, it appears. Just like the game developers say, you want it, you can have it. You don't need it, here, take it, asshole. It's like they were laughing at us. But most of us managed to make it through it, and well, you know, we managed to beat the game with or without it. But see, like right here, this soda, if I pick it up, see, it only regenerated a bit of my health. I thought about it. And what else can I say about this game? There's not much to say about this game, except that, oh yeah, another reason to complain, another little complaint about it is that if you lose, you start from the beginning. If you lose your 5 lives, they will just start from the beginning. I mean, why couldn't they keep the home console version just like the arcade? You lose, you continue, and start right there where you left off. Now, we're here in the third part, and I could use a steak right now. And oh, there we go. Or barbecue, like they call it here. I got my health back. Now I probably have a chance of making it without losing a life. Okay, now let's just beat this guy Atlas, and one more kick should do it. Yeah, there we go. And here we go, Leon. This is the guy that replaced Poison and Roxy in this game. Yes, when you will play it on the arcade, Poison and Roxy will jump all over the air and fight you. And they will, I mean, it was just a pain in the ass. The arcade will force you to use your powers, your abilities. Yeah, but when you use them, you lose health, which is like something that shouldn't happen. Like, why lose health when using an attack that can save you in a game? Well, when it came to the arcade, I understood it because that's their way of making you spend more money, spend more quarters. And it worked. All games were freaking difficult, but there were some people that could beat it with freaking ease. Like some friends I used to have a long time ago, they could go and beat this game with 1 quarter. They would just put 1 quarter and they could go all the way. Sometimes even without losing a life. Yeah, they would get hit rarely. They would rarely get hit, but man, I used to enjoy looking at them play, especially Final Fight, Street Fighter. Oh, son of a bitch. He got me. Let's hope I can make it without losing a life right here. Come on, come on. These guys are in the way. They put him in there just to distract you. Give the boss the upper hand right here. Son of a bitch. He's diving on me like Jack in Art of Fighting. Almost got him. Oh, okay. I thought I could get him like Kintaro right here, like just keep hitting him, you know, a glitch. But it didn't work out. He fought out of it and beat me. Come on. We're almost there. Almost got 1-1. Okay, I managed to avoid his diving attack right here. Come on. Oh, come on, come on. I almost got him. I almost got him, guys. I almost got him. Come on. Come on, you son of a bitch. Get over here. There you go. You're gonna get your ass handed to you by a freaking woman smaller than you. Come on. Just look at that sound when you punch somebody. It sounds so awesome. It boils your blood. It pumps you up. Makes you want to play more. Well, they cleared the first stage and now they're telling us what's gonna happen. I mean, when I was a kid, I could hardly read it because it scrolls quite. It used to scroll quite fast for me back then, but not now. Okay, we're at the third game, Final Fight 3. This one was released in 1995 for the SNES game console, and just like the second one, they brought in 2 extra characters. And yes, in this one, the Magier gang is gone, destroyed, finito, over. And yes, without the Magier gang, the whole underworld went into fucking turmoil. It was like a battle royale down there, and the Skullcross gang won. They defeated everybody else, and now it's up to Mike Hagar and his friends to help him out and destroy it. So here we go. And now this cutscene, when Guy walked in, he just made my day. When I bought this game, I was just when this cutscene came out, I was just hoping that it wasn't a freaking tease by the developers. And then of course we have this girl, Lucia, a detective, walking in, trying to explain what happened out there with that explosion in the background. And as you can see, it's a freaking riot. The gangs are in a riot. All hell has broken loose in downtown, in Metro City. And right here, this line, Guy, I'm gonna need your help. And that's when I knew it. That's when we all knew it, that he was gonna be there. And then this guy, Dean. I remember I was curious about this guy the first time, so I picked him. And I was surprised that he could just freaking lightning, like electrical attacks. I mean, I had no idea whatsoever he could do it. But my god, did it work just fine in my favor. So if you want to get this game, I say go ahead, get them. I say go ahead, buy it. If you see the Final Fight games in a pawn shop, flea market, you just have to get them. I mean, they're cheap these days. These are just collectibles right now. Old school games. And every time I play this, whether it be on my SNES console or an emulator, it just brings back memories of the old days when I had to go to my friend's house to play this, not like right now where you could just invite him online and play. And this one was the first one to have this option, the auto second player. And what that is, okay, see right here, Dean, Guy, Lucia, and of course Mike Hagar. So I'm just gonna go with Lucia this time. Again, the female character. And like I was saying, the auto second player option just allows you to select 2 players. The first one is for yourself, the first player, and the second one was controlled over the computer. And if you went to the options menu, you could actually change how strong your computer would be while playing with you. It could be weak, normal, or strong. So when I use the auto second play option, I would actually put either normal or strong. But either way, it doesn't matter which of the options you put, the computer doesn't make it that far. It's just a pain in the ass having to look out for the computer. Because most of the time, yes, it helps you beat the shit out of the game, but sometimes it just gets in your way. So if we're gonna play 2 players, just get a friend, just pull a friend, ask him to come home to your house, and play. Not like right now where the owner has killed all of that. I mean, you guys remember that? Go to your friend's house, or your friend coming to your house, and you're playing the game from 3 or 4 o'clock until like 9, or until your parents or his parents called. That was just fucking rare. I mean, that was just fucking awesome. Sorry. And what is rare is if you had a female friend, a girlfriend that loved games back then. Back then it was hard to know which girls loved games, which girls didn't. Or the most of them didn't like games back then. And the ones who did, they usually, for some reason, they always like kept it secret. You would only find out if you like went to your house and into the room, and you saw an SNES console or a Sega Genesis right there. That will get you that will always get you excited no matter what. So right now I'm in the fucking jail trying to beat the hell out of all these guys. And you see it. And it's just and it just brings back so much memories from this game. This is fucking awesome. I mean, if they could sell this for the PS2 or the PS4, I would also get them in a heartbeat. And aside from my memories, the graphics went back to how they used to be in Final Fight 1 or the original Final Fight. But the fighting remains the same. The plot remains awesome. I mean, it's just incredible. They brought back the graphics from the first game, but kept the fighting the same as in the second game. And they also brought this bar, this other bar in the bottom left corner, which if you fill it up all the way, you could say super, just like right now. And that will let you use a special attack, which will like destroy enemies in an instant, and each character has a different attack and it had a different button combination to do it. Although a while ago when I was playing this, I did Lucia's special attack, super attack, and I drained like half, like the boss's health, like all the way, not all the way down, but like half of it. And right now we're fighting a police, or a wannabe police officer. His name is Dave, and for some reason the bosses in this game, they rarely fight one-on-one, just to be a fucking battle royale. They always hide behind their gangs of pussies. But anyway, oh what? I was like, I jumped higher than him and he still got me? How the hell did that happen? Anyway, see, I'm using that special attack just to that's not a super attack, that's just a special attack. And it doesn't drain health like this one that I'm using right now, this pancake. Also, if you tap like forward 2 times or 3 times, you could use a different combo like I did right there. Okay, I lost a life. Let's see, I got a combo right there. This is freaking sweet. I cleared the first round and now we're gonna get a freaking cutscene. Here we are. And then right here, it tells us that the Skullcross gang only started the fucking riot to keep the police busy while they were breaking into prison to get somebody out. You will fight the guy that they free from prison. You will fight him like on the 5th stage, I believe. And he's one hard son of a bitch to defeat. So before I go, I'm just gonna say that these games are awesome. I give all of them except the first one an 8 out of 10. The first one I'd say 6 out of 10. But the second and third, 8 out of 10 in the rating scale. So I will see you guys in the next one. And remember, turn on these consoles, grab your controllers, and start gaming. Peace out, y'all.